What's going on YouTube? So welcome back to another tutorial on how to get the Skin Changer. So they recently came out with a new update called OBT5. This one has just fixed some bugs and stuff, and it's just another tutorial because a lot of people had problems with their insert button not working. So I'm also going to be solving that in this. I had over 3,000 views in that one, and I gained a lot of subscribers. So thank you guys so much for liking that video and subscribing. Now, a couple things before we start this tutorial. This is not my program, so like I said in the last one, this is CSGO Changer's program. The link to their website will be down below. Also, you're gonna need a USB with at least 2 gigabytes on it, and you also need to install the programs correctly when I show them. Also, this doesn't work with 32-bit Windows. It's not supported at the moment. Also, OBT6 is coming out next week, where most bugs will be fixed in that one. So I might make another video or just a little update video on it if there's anything that game changing. Also, you can get vaxxed. Unfortunately, it's still possible to get vaxxed, so please be careful. Right now, I'm only using it on my alt account, and if I don't get vaxxed after like 2-3 months, I'll switch it over to my main account. But right now, I'm only using it on my alt account. And also, make sure you follow step by step. Don't leave any steps out. Don't think, oh, I already do have it disabled or something, or I already have it installed. Just make sure, do it step by step, and follow as I do. There will be error fixes at the end of the video, and make sure you smash that like button, because when you see that there are a lot of likes and barely any dislikes, you know the video is good. So make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe for more content. See you guys in the tutorial. How's it going, YouTube? Let's get right into this tutorial. You guys all heard this stuff before. We got that done. So first things you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find out if you have a 32-bit Windows or a 64-bit Windows. If you have a 32-bit Windows, unfortunately, this won't work for you. I'll keep you guys updated, but as of this moment, on their forums, they said that 32-bit Windows will not work. It can be Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. As long as it's a 64-bit, it should work. So to find this out, you're going to have to go down to this Windows, right-click that, go to Control Panel. Then you're going to click on System and Security, System, and then right here you'll see your system type. Mine is a 64-bit, so it will work with this process. If you have a 64-bit, continue watching. If you don't, unfortunately, this won't work for you. Next thing you're going to need to do is disable Secure Boot. Now, it's different for every window. I'm using Windows 10. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it on Windows 10. But if you guys have Windows 8 or Windows 7, there will be a link down in the description on how to disable Secure Boot. You might be wondering why. Well, on their website, they said if there are errors if you have Secure Boot enabled. So just in case, we're going to disable Secure Boot. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm going to switch over to my phone because when I restart my computer, it's going to, the recording system is going to stop. So what you're going to want to do is click on this Windows button, click Power, and then you're going to want to hold down Shift when you click Restart. Make sure you hold down Shift when you click Restart. And I'll see you guys on my phone. Yeah, see you guys there. Okay guys, so I'm here in the BIOS, which it just took me once I restarted my computer. So as you can tell, usually you're going to need to disable your secure boot. Usually you're gonna have a security tab, but this one unfortunately doesn't have one. But I can just go down the BIOS features, and as you can tell, secure boot state is disabled. So I'm all good on that, and then now I'm gonna restart my computer. If it isn't disabled, if it says enabled, just go down to secure boot state and enable it. Alright, so I'll see you guys back on my computer. After you've disabled Secure Boot, what you're going to need to do is disable all your antiviruses. Because the antiviruses don't like some of the things that the CSGO Changer program has. I promise it's not going to give a virus. I've used this for a long time, like 3 months now, and it has not given me a virus. A lot of other people has not given them a virus. I promise. All you have to do is disable your antivirus. At this moment, I only have Windows Defender. A lot of you guys probably have Norton or McAfee or something like that. But make sure you disable Windows Defender for sure, and then also disable your other antivirus program. So to disable Windows Defender, I'm just gonna go to Windows Defender, open that, click Settings. I'll open up this page, and then I'm gonna turn off real-time protection. That's all you have to do. You don't have to uninstall it. All you have to do is turn off real-time protection. And also make sure it's not running any scans at that moment, that it will catch, like, I guess the program. Yeah. So after you do that, you're gonna open up, you're gonna go down into the description and open up those 2 links I gave you. One is the CSGO Changer one, and then another one is kind of like a program that can make another USB out of a USB, if that makes sense. So first, download the mega one. So download through your browser. It's gonna download this. It won't take too long. It's only gonna take 30 seconds. And then you're also gonna want to go to your Soft Perfect. It will bring you to this website. Go to Downloads at the top. And then once it's at Downloads, go down to RAM disk, click Windows Installer, and then it should install. As it's installing, plug in your USB. So I have a USB right here that I'll plug it in right now. I'll see you guys when it's plugged in. Okay, so I just plugged in my USB, as you can see by this. You just got a lot of files. You actually don't need to delete any of your files from your USB, like I said last time. That was incorrect. You can keep them all on there. So as you can tell, these 2 have installed, so I'm just going to go down to File Explorer, go to Downloads. It's going to show me all my downloads. At this, you're going to see your RAM disk setup. It should just say RAM disk _ setup. I'm just going to double click it, click yes, let it run as administrator, click next, accept the agreement, next, and install. It's going to install, and yep. Click finish, let it launch, and you're going to see this program if you installed it correctly. If for some reason you get an error when you install Soft Perfect RAM, just uninstall it, restart your computer, go back to the website, and install it again. It should work. I had an error as well. I just uninstalled it and reinstalled it. Next, you're going to see the file that you just downloaded. So let me show them folder. This one. You're going to 7-zip it or WinRAR, whichever one you use. Just extract it. So once you extract it, it's gonna be wherever you have it. So it should be right here, and you're gonna see these 4 files. Don't touch them. Just go back to your Soft Perfect RAM disk. Once you're in it, you're gonna click on Image, Create Image. On this, you're gonna want to click on this little folder right here. Then you're gonna want to locate your USB. So mine is called USB drive. I'm gonna call this one Skin. You can call it whatever you want. Save as type, Soft Perfect volume image. Click save. Image type, volume, size. Make it around 2,000 megabytes. Make sure you have 2,000 megabytes of space available. Right here it should tell you your free space. I have 75,000 megabytes. The file system you want to set for it is FAT32, not RAW or any of these other ones. Make sure it's FAT32, and the volume label, make it a capital J. Then you're going to click on OK. And then it's going to create the image. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take about like 45 seconds to a minute. So yeah, it's going to have this not responding. Don't close the program. Don't even touch it. Just let it do its thing, and I'll see you guys when it's done. So once you have done that, it should give you this thing called it should look like this, image file created. Click OK. Next thing you want to do is click on this plus button right here. Then you're going to see this. Just click on this folder thing again under image file name. Click that, go to your USB, and then it should look like a disk like this, and click on Skin or whatever you called it. Next, you're gonna want to go to Mount Options, Drive Letter, make it the same as the one that you put in the option. So I made it J, and most of you probably did as well. So just go down, go into drop down, click J. Oh, that's the wrong one. Click J. Check Mount as Removable and check Save Contents to Image. Then click OK, and then it's going to mount. It's going to take a little bit, and I'll show you guys when it's done. Alright guys, I'm back. So when it's done, you should see this check mark. That's how you know you've done it correctly. You can just exit out of it after you've done that. Next thing you want to do is you're going to see this now in your File Explorer. You're going to see a new USB called J. So you're gonna want to go back to your CSGO Changer folder right here. Drag these 4 files into this J USB. So just drag them right into there. And if you go to J, they should all 4 be there. Next thing you're gonna want to do is click on CSGO Changer. Double click it. It should install some other files. And then you're gonna click on this red button. Next thing you want to do is click yes when it asks you to run as administrator. Then click this first button with the 3 on it. Now, you're going to need to follow exactly what I do here. First, you're going to want to wait for this green bar to fill up. Basically, what this green bar is that people have sent in custom skins to the creators of this program. And what this is doing, it's fetching all those custom skins. So there's like a Op Blue Azimuth that I was playing with earlier. And it was really cool. So just wait for this green bar to fill up, as it will give you all those custom skins, and I'll see you guys when it's done. So I'm back. It's gonna say this thing with the dot at the end. You're gonna wait for it. There should be another thing that will pop up just a little bit. So yeah, as you can tell, this green bar is filled up, and that basically means that it has achieved all it has retrieved all of its files, all of its custom skins that it needs. Now, look, it has changed to this, and that's how you know it's done. It's basically saying it's done. Next thing you want to do is click on this OBT5. Once you click on that, it's going to load this green bar. Yeah, so when it loads this green bar, it's going to open up 4 windows, which you'll see just in a moment, and then it's also going to open up a program, which is basically what allows you to change the skin. So I'll see you guys when it's done. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's almost done now. So if you go to Alright guys, so as you can see, it's almost done now. When it fills up, sometimes it will open up some windows, sometimes it won't, depending on the situation. Right now it didn't open up any windows for me. This is just that. But yeah, sometimes it'll open up 4 windows, just close out of all 4 of them. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's just for them to advertise and make money. So right here you can see CSGO Changer. Click on this first button with the 3. Then you're going to see this button right here. Click on that and minimize. Next thing you want to do is open up Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So I'm going to open up that right now. And I'll see you guys when it's open. Alright guys, so I'm in CSGO, and the way you're going to open up the menu is now they changed the button back to home, not insert. So all you're going to do is click home, and it's going to show up with this menu. Then, it's the same as like I did in my last tutorial. There's terrorist weapons. I've already set up a config, but it's normally going to be default. You can change it to whatever you want. And look, this is a custom skin, Vanquish, that I'll show you guys in-game. This is not a skin that CSGO normally has, but it is in this. So as you can tell, you can set that to Vanquish, Op, Elite build. I named mine Nikki Boo Boo. For counter-terrorist, I have an Op Dragon Lore. It's called Dad. Yeah, so you can just change it for every weapon, like Deagle. They have a custom Deagle skin called Heaven Wolf, which I think is amazing. For knives, it's gonna go blank, but actually in-game you'll see the knife. So I'll show you guys an example in-game. But yeah, you can choose bayonet, here, let me go, Doppler, name it whatever you want, where. 0 is factory new, 1 is battle scarred. The seed doesn't really matter for most skins, but for one such as case hardened, that determines what pattern it has. So you can change that if you find out like a cool pattern, especially with the new CSGO update they have. You can make it stat track or not, and yeah. Wearables, you can also change gloves, Bloodhound gloves, or ones I love, Sport Glove, Pandora's Box. And then you're just going to click Save Config. Then you're going to click Home, and you're all set for this. And before you launch up a game, you're going to want to go back out to Soft Perfect RAM Disk. Alright guys, so I'm in Soft Perfect RAM Disk right now, and as you can tell, this is mounted. What you're going to want to do is click this Save Disk Contents to the image. That's basically going to save everything you did on that disk back onto this disk mount. And then what you're going to do is click again and click this X button, which is basically going to unmount it. It's going to ask you, it has open files, just click OK, as it will close out of those files. And then you're going to want to go to File Explorer, go to your USB, and just eject your USB. And now you can remove your USB and hop back in CSGO. Alright guys, so I'm in the deathmatch right now. As you can tell, everything's working beautifully. As you can tell, I have a butterfly knife right now. If we click home right now, and we go to knives, T side, it's going to say that we have a bayonet, but actually, if you look at this, it's a butterfly knife. So it doesn't update sometimes, like what skins you have for Ts and CTs, but don't worry, if I set this to a bayonet autotronic, it's gonna say that for CTs as well. As you can tell, it says bayonet autotronic, but if we actually do go to CTs, I have a bayonet case hardened. So I can tell it just doesn't update, but you will have the skins, and it looks amazing. I have the Pandora gloves on, and the USPS kill confirmed. You guys might be wondering what quality is, and if I go to weapons, go to quality, it's normally at 0, which is just the regular USPS. You change it to 1, it's gonna be genuine. 2, vintage. 3 is that little star. 4 is just also a regular one. 5, community. 6, prototype, or 7, prototype, and so on if you just look through it. I think 12 is souvenir if you want a souvenir one, but that doesn't really make sense for the USPS since there is no souvenir one. So I'm going to set that one back to 0, and if you click stat track, you can change the amount of kills, change it to 1000, and if I inspect, it says I have 1000 kills on it. So guys, now I'm going to show you guys how to set up CSGO Changer once you have already installed it and everything. Wow, that was a lot of people. But once you've installed it and everything, I'm going to show you guys how to like kind of put CSGO Changer back in again, and I'll show you guys right now. Okay guys, so it's like an hour later after you've installed it and then you stop playing CS, and now you want to go back on and use the Skin Changer. Well, your antivirus has already probably turned itself back on, as you can see from this. So what you're going to need to do is every time you open up CSGO Skin Changer, before you plug in your USB or anything, you always need to make sure you turn off your antivirus. Now, that's just because it's gonna remove some of the things on the USB which you don't want it to remove. So after you've disabled your antivirus, then you're gonna want to go to Soft Perfect RAM Disk. Okay guys, so once you're in Soft Perfect RAM Disk, you're gonna want to plug in your USB, and I just did that right here. As you can tell, it's the same USB. And once you've done that, instead of clicking image, create image, you don't have to do that anymore since you already did that. All you have to do is click this plus button, do the same as we did before, click this folder button, click on skin. I changed mine's give, but you guys have it as skin or whatever you named it. Drive letter, I'm gonna call my make it the same actually. Make it J. Mount as removable. Save contents to image. Click OK. It's gonna mount, and when it's done mounting, I'll be back. Okay, so it just finished mounting. So then you're gonna go back to File Explorer, click on J just like you did before. Go to bin and click on CSC in the bin folder. And then you're going to let it run as administrator, click the first button with the 3, and you don't have to wait anymore. You can just click this orange button again, and once you click it, this green bar is going to fill up. It actually goes by really quick the more and more you use it. As you can tell, it just flew by right there. And then you're going to get this. You can click this 3 button, just as you did before. Click this gray button right there in the middle. Minimize this, and then open up Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So once CSGO has launched, you are going to press this home button again, just as you did before. Click on terrorist or counter terrorist and click load config. It's going to load your config, and as you can tell, AK-47 Vanquish, and so on. If for some reason it doesn't load your config, you're just going to have to do it again. So you're just going to have to set these defaults again, and then make sure at the very end when you do everything, click save config. So that's about it guys. That's how you do it. After you're done saving this config, make sure you unplug your USB, and that's about it guys. Right now I'm going to show you fixes for errors, but if this tutorial did work for you, make sure you guys smash that like button so people know that it did work and that it is a trustworthy tutorial. And also make sure you guys subscribe for more content and more tutorials such as how to do cinematics for CSGO and other tutorials such as that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you still have errors, stick around. Okay guys, so sometimes when you click the home button, as you can tell, the menu doesn't pop up. So the way to fix that is that you're just going to close out of CSGO. exit the game, and you're going to want to make sure your antivirus is disabled. You have to make sure that it's disabled. So as you can tell, mine is disabled. So another reason is that you're not in secure boot. So make sure you head back to the time right now that you'll see right now. Make sure you go back to that time and really make sure you disabled secure boot, because that can really mess it up. After you've made sure that secure boot is disabled and you've made sure your antivirus is also disabled, you're going to want to distribute it again. So you're going to 7-zip this, extract the CSGO Changer. I already have it on my desktop, so I'll just override it. And I'm going to see the CSGO Changer. As you can tell, these 4 files are in here, and then you're going to move them over to J. You can move them over here to J. I'm going to just replace the files. Once you're in your USB, click on CSGO Changer. It's going to download all the necessary files. Click this red button, let it run as administrator. Click this first button and let it get all the custom files if it hasn't, and click this orange button as it will load. And once it's loaded, it usually doesn't bring up any windows. As you can tell, it didn't bring up any windows for me. Click this first button with the 3 on it, and right here you're going to see this. Click this 3, minimize all of that, go to Steam, go to Counter-Strike Global Offensive, launch Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Don't touch anything now. Now that you've launched Counter-Strike Global Offensive, just let it launch by itself. Don't touch a single thing. My screen's black right now, and it will come back in a second with Counter-Strike. As you can tell, don't press anything still. And once it has loaded, you're going to see this spinning blue button. Sometimes, if you don't, then it's okay. Now you can touch your computer. You're going to Alt-Tab until you're in CSGO. Then you move your mouse, and there should be no cursor over this big white cursor. I'll give you guys an example right now. It should not look like that. If it does, just Alt-Tab until you're in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now that you're in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, click the home button, and as you can tell, it worked perfectly fine. Hope this helped you guys with the insert button, and let's move on to some more error fixers. Okay guys, so you're gonna see a clip right now of an error you guys might get when the green bar fills up on the orange thing, and this error pops up either with a 10 or a 7 or some number, and I'm gonna show you guys how to fix that. So what you're gonna want to do is make sure that your antivirus is disabled. As you can tell, it's disabled, and any other antiviruses that you have, such as Norton, McAfee, make sure that's disabled as well. Once you've made sure those are disabled, you're gonna go back to your download, the CSGO_Changer. You're gonna 7-zip that, and then it's gonna extract that. You're gonna see these 4 files, and you're gonna go back to the time right now where I showed you guys how to mount the USB J. Once you've done that, you're gonna go into this. You're gonna drag these 4 files into J. I've already done that, so I'm just gonna replace the files. And you're going to see this. You might only see these 4 files, and if you only see these 4 files, click on CSGO Changer and click this red button. Click yes, click this first button with the 3, and then you're going to click this orange button. And then it should load. Once again, if it gives you that error again, try it again, but instead of going and clicking CSGO Changer, go into the bin folder and click CSC, click yes, and then click that first button with the 3, and then click the orange button. It should load, and it should work. I had the same exact issue. I just redid it again, just as I showed you guys, and it worked perfectly fine. As you can tell, it gives me this, and voila. Hope you guys enjoyed this error fixer. Let's hop on to some more unknown errors that people get. And yeah, see you guys there. What's going on YouTube? So this is for all the errors that people have. This is their official website for non-Russian people, their English website. So as you can tell, these are the errors people have. Make sure you look at exactly, and you make sure that you have these exact numbers. So if you have error status 10737411792 or 10737411772, make sure you turn off everything that can interfere with the program, antiviruses, Windows Defender, and then make sure you go back to their website and reinstall the CSGO Changer. Now, if you have error 10737411637, make sure you update your Windows, and then also make sure you don't have any like copied version of Windows or anything. Make sure you have a normal version of Windows. If you have this error right here, 10737407060, go to this link that will be down in the description, and it will basically show you how to disable secure boot, like I said at the beginning. But if it still didn't work for you, it will take you to a link on how to disable secure boot. And that's about it for errors, guys. Most people probably won't have errors with this one, as it automatically saves configs and stuff like that. They fixed this error. So yeah, guys, this is all the new skins that they've added. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash that like button, and see you guys in the next video.